There's a ton of college golf going on in the fall and I've tried to keep up with the Philadelphia men's teams as much as possible, but I missed a few events. I probably kept up with Temple and Villanova the most after doing a couple of college spotlight features on those programs for Joe Burkhart's Tri-State Golfer earlier this year. They were all together in one place Saturday for the City Six Championship, a golf tournament that makes so much sense. It's great that Temple coach Brian Quinn and his City Six colleagues have made it a point to punctuate the fall season with this event. Coming from an old-school Big Five basketball perspective, it just makes sense to have all these schools play in one event, just them, no outsiders. A one-day 18-hole shootout isn't that tough to fit into the schedule. The teams are an interesting collection of recent PIAA and Catholic League standouts, Golf Association of Philadelphia regulars and guys from all over the country, not to mention LaSalle freshmen Zafar Sikandar from Sri Lanka. You want to talk about the palestra? There are about a dozen palestras in the Philadelphia area. When you start talking about classic golf courses, they didn't even have to venture outside the city limits to tee it up Saturday at the Union League Golf Club at Torresdale, a 6,470-yard, par 70 Donald Rouse Classic. Last year they played at a William Flynn Gem at Huntingdon Valley Country Club. Temple won the team title in a playoff with Villanova at Huntingdon Valley a year ago, and the Owls were in the hunt for the team title right to the end again at Torresdale, but Drexel senior Aaron Fricke, a former Garden Spot standout, birdied the last hole to give him the individual title with a 1-under par 69, but also lift the Dragons to the team title by a shot over the Owls. It was the last of Fricke's 4 birdies in a sizzling back 9 charge. Playing out of Lancaster Country Club, Fricke was showing up in Gap events all summer. He reached the second round of match play in the BMW Philadelphia Amateur at Philadelphia Cricket Club, another one of those palestra-type golf courses, before falling 1-up to eventual finalist Grant Skylass of Ledrock Golf Club. Fricke's birdie at 18 gave Drexel an 8 over 288, with Temple just a shot back in second at 9 over 289. A solid effort by Penn gave the Quakers third place at 295. The Holy War had to be called a draw in this one as Villanova and St. Joseph's finished tied for 4th at 305 and LaSalle was 6th at 310. It looks like teams were given the option of fielding a 6-man starting lineup rather than the usual 5, although, as usual, the top 4 scores counted. There are often a lot of competing as individuals in an event like this, but it looks like the 6 starters option was a nice compromise to give teams a chance to get somebody a start without the field size getting out of control with a lot of extra starters. The GolfStat program seems to have run out of gas late in the day, so I don't have everybody's place, but I'll run down everybody's score. Temple went 23 with John Barone, a redshirt junior from Dunmore, matching par with a 70 to finish just a shot behind Fricke, and senior Mark Farley, a Calvary Christian standout, getting his first action of the fall, taking third with a 1 over 71. Backing up Fricke for Drexel was Adam Mistretta, a sophomore from Livermore, California, who shared 4th place with Penn's Carter Thompson, a senior from Tallahassee, Florida, at 2 over 72. Thompson, who began his college golf career at Florida State, lost out in a 4-for-1 playoff for the final ticket to the U.S. Amateur in a qualifier at Stonewall last summer. A third Drexel player, sophomore Alex Butler, a member of St. Joseph Prep's 2014 PIAA Class AAA championship team, was in a group of 3 players tied for 6th at 3 over 73. He was joined at that figure by Villanova's Matt Barnes, a freshman from Bethesda, Maryland, and Penn's Josh Goldenberg, a junior from Scarsdale, NY. Also for Ben Feld's Dragons, junior Mike Cook, a product of a perennial Central League power Conestoga, and sophomore Connor Schmidt, a member of Peters Township's 2015 PIAA Class AAA runner-up team, each posted a 4 over 74, and Jeffrey Cunningham, a freshman from West Palm Beach, FLA, carded as 79. Backing up Barone and Farley for Temple were junior Gary McCabe, a former LaSalle High standout from Collegeville, and senior Bobby Firth, a Jenkintown product, both of whom carded at 4 over 74. 2 of the Temple's top regulars, Trey Wren, a junior from Suffolk, VA, and junior Sam Soeth, a former Marple Newtown standout, had respective rounds of 77 and 79. Quinn has taken his top 2 freshmen, Academy of the New Church product Liam McGrath and Souderton's Dawson Anders, who captured Gap's junior boys crown last summer, on a couple of the Owls trips this fall, but he used the City Six as an opportunity to give a couple of his seniors a shot, and they performed pretty well. Backing up Thompson and Goldenberg for Penn were Matthew Cornell, a freshman from Incline Village, Nev, and Amay Poria, a senior from Morgan Hill, Caliph, both of whom signed for a 5 over 75. Zara Kolosian, a junior from Sherman Oaks, Calif, had a 77, and Eric Ganshaw, a sophomore from Greenwich, Con, had an 80. St. Joseph's was led by freshman Wills Montgomery, a Downingtown East product who has had a pretty nice start to his collegiate career this fall. Montgomery carded a 4 over 74. Junior Ross Pilliard, a Berks Catholic product and an occasional Stonewall looper, had a 76, and Michael O'Brien, a sophomore from Westchester, Ohio, had a 77. Pilliard and O'Brien have probably been the most consistent performers for the Hawks this fall. Nice to see sophomore Alec Carr, a Cardinal O'Hara product, get a shot in the St. Joe's lineup and responding with a 78. Sophomore Richard Riva, a Lancaster Catholic product, had an 80, and sophomore Reed Winkler, a former Salesianeum standout, had an 83. Backing up Barnes for Villanova was its senior leader Andy Butler, a Manheim Township product who carded a 75. Connor Daly, a sophomore from Bronxville, NY who had a solid freshman campaign, added a 78. Andrew McMillan, a senior from Scottsdale, Ariz, and Will Byrne, a senior from McLean, Bell, each had a 79, and Reb Bonas, a freshman from Winnetka, Ill, had an 84. LaSalle was led by freshman David Kim, a former Upper Dublin standout who posted a 4 over 74. Junior Nick Iman, a York Catholic product, had a 77, and Ron Fishang, a freshman from McKinney, Texas, added a 79. Sikander, the freshman from Sri Lanka, had an 80, and Nick Gruber, a junior from Cincinnati, and senior Brandon Rail, a Conrad Weiser product, each carded an 83.